Hello students, today I will be teaching how to use Microvision 4 Keel software for executing your hardware programs. So this is the Keel software. When you double click on the icon on the desktop, you will get this window. So you need to select new project. Click on project, select new Microvision project. Once you click on that, you'll be asked to fill, type the file name. So you type some file name and you need to store it in the corresponding folder, whichever is created. So click on save, project is created. And it will ask for search option. In the search option, so you have to type LPC2148. We are going to use LPC2148 microcontroller. So search LPC2148, then click on OK. So copy startup.s to project folder and add file to project. You have to click on yes. So here your target one and then startup.s file is being created. So now after this you have to go to file, click on file, then select option new. So an editor will be opened here. So this is the place where you have to type your program. So already we have a program for 7-segment display. So this is the program we have to type here. So once the program is typed, you have to check for errors. That is your debugging. So you have to debug. So before that, you have to save the file. So click on file and then save. Give the file name with the extension C. So .c. We are using embedded C. So in the same folder, you have to save the file with the extension .c. So now your file is saved. Once your file is saved, you have to add your file to source group 1. So click on source group 1. You should right click on source group 1. Then add existing files to group. So you click on that and select your particular file. So this is your particular file. Then click on add and then close. So your file is visible here. After that, you have to build target. That is your debug session. So this is the icon you can use for build target, or directly you can use F7, or you can go to debug option. So this is the icon you can choose, build. So if you click on this build, so you'll be able to see here the errors and warnings. If no errors are there, it will display 0 errors. So your file is ready for execution. So this is the debugging or compilation process. Once your file is ready for execution, so now this particular program you need to send it to board, because this is a hardware program. You have to execute on the board. So you have on LPC2148 board, evaluation board. On that board, this program will be executed. So now how to send this program to that board? You cannot send the program as it is. So you have to send the executable file or the machine code. So how to create the executable file or machine code means it's a creation of hex file. So you have to create hex file. So how to create that hex file means you have option called as flash here. So you have to send this to the board using Flash Magic interface. So for that you have to configure the tools or the settings under Flash. So click on Flash, then select configure Flash tools. So in that the first one is device and then target. So in that target you have to click on use micro lib. So then output, click on output. Here you have to click create hex file. So this is compulsory. You have to click on create hex file. So this will create you your hex file, so that hex file will be taken to the board for execution. Then linker, you need to select the first option, use memory layout from target dialog. So these are the options you have to check on the flash tools. So after doing that, click on OK. So now again you save it and then build target. So once you click on this build target, you have to get a message here like creating hex file. So this message is compulsory. So if you get this message creating hex file, so that is the meaning that your file is ready for execution. So now once your file is ready for execution, so we have to see the settings for FlashMagic. So FlashMagic is a tool which is used for interfacing your program to the board. So now I will show you the FlashMagic. So how to use the FlashMagic. So this is the FlashMagic screen you can see here. So Here you will be having 5 steps. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 and step 5. So in step 1 you will be setting all the communication related options. That means what is the device you are using. You have to select the device as LPC2148 and then communication port. Depending upon your settings, you have to check which communication port you have to choose. So here I have chosen communication port 1, then baud rate 9600, then interface none ISP, then oscillator 12. So this is the values you have to remember and set. When it comes to the step 2, you have to choose this erase blocks used by hex file. So this option you have to choose. And when you come to this portion, that is step 3, browse. So browse is nothing but the file whichever you have created, hex file. So that file you have to choose and click on open. So that file will come here and this is the file which you want to execute on the board. So in step 4, verify after programming. So this part you have to click. So you have to click on verify after programming. Once you finish all these 4 steps, 5th step is start. So if you click on the start button, your program will get executed on the board. So you have to click on start button for executing your program on the board. Once you click on the start button, your program will get executed in the board. So now you can see the FlashMagic settings, which will be used as an interface to send your program from the Keil software to the board. So there are 5 steps in the FlashMagic. Step 1 is communication, wherein you'll be selecting the device, communication port, baud rate, all these things. So device is LPC2148, communication port is COM1, baud rate is 9600, interface none, then oscillator 12 megahertz. In step 2, you have to click on this erase blocks used by hex file. Step 3 is browsing or selecting your hex file. The corresponding hex file you have to browse. Click on browse, go to your folder, select the file, click on open. So your corresponding file will be selected which you want to execute. So step 4, verify after programming. You have to click on this verify after programming. So after finishing all these steps, step 1 to step 4, final step is click on start. So if you click on start, your program will execute and on the board you will be able to see your output. Now I will be explaining another experiment, which is analog to digital conversion. So in analog to digital conversion, you will be giving the analog input and you have to display the digital output of that particular voltage. So this is your ARM evaluation board LPC2148. Again on this only you will be executing your hardware programs, and this is your LPC2148 microcontroller chip of 64 pins. And to give the power supply to this particular board, you have the power supply connection. Just connect this power supply connection here, and same way you have this RS232 serial port need to be connected here, which will connect to your PC. And for executing this analog to digital converter experiment, you need to connect 2 jumpers. So one is jumper number 7. So as usual you connect jumper number 7 here, and so you can see here internal ADC. This is the part where you have to you have the interface, internal ADC interface, and the another jumper is JP number 9. So connect JP number 9 here. So this jumper you need to short. Okay. This is JP9, you have to short. So one is JP7 and the other one is JP9. So here you can see one part, that is potentiometer, which is used for varying the analog input. So your analog input varies from 0 volt to 3.3 volts. So from minimum 0 volt and maximum 3.3 volt. So when you just turn this potentiometer or vary this potentiometer, so according to that your analog input also value will be displayed on the LCD monitor, and the corresponding digital output also will be displayed in the second row. So this is 2x2 LCD monitor. So two rows LCD is there. So in the first row you will be displaying the corresponding analog input value. Just by turning this potentiometer you will get that value starting from 0 volt to 3.3 max. And then in the second row you will be displaying the converted digital output value. So now we will see the execution part of this particular program, analog to digital conversion. So for this you need to rotate this potentiometer slightly, slowly, one by one value, so that you can view the corresponding digital output over there. So this is the potentiometer which you need to rotate. It starts from 0. So you can see analog input value. This is ADC output value. So initially it is set to 0.0. So now if you start rotating this potentiometer, you can change the voltage values. So you can see the changes 0.55, so then 0.64, then D1, D, all the analog output, digital output values are in the hexadecimal notation. So till maximum you can go up to 3.3. You can see 1.8 like this. So you can increase the voltage. So using the potentiometer you have to just give the analog input. See 3.12, 3.2, 3.30. So the equivalent analog output is 3FF. So I have already shown this calculation. So how you will represent in digital value to get this 3FF. So how you got, it's a 10-bit analog to digital converter. So if you take the 10-bit maximum value, put all ones, you will get the equivalent 3FF. So that is your value which is showing it for 3.3 analog input, the corresponding digital output.